Good afternoon, and this is Avraham Saltoun from Jerusalem with a flash tutorial on how to draw cartoon faces, cartoon expressions using symbols. Symbols, as you know, is they are a recipient for art and they can be reused. So our tutorial is divided in 4 parts. We'll be creating the face base, the ear and the nose, which don't change much along the way, and then we'll go to the real expression parts, which are the eyes, the eyelids, the eyebrows, and the mouth. And right now you're creating our face base. Once we have a face, we'll put this face on a symbol and we'll be reusing it 4 times. Most of the time, if not all the time, we'll be creating symbols and then reusing them, duplicating them, making small changes, and then out of a small library we'll be creating a lot of expressions. That's the beauty of having symbols, that you can reuse artwork, and with a little bit of practice we can create a library that will enable us to reuse and recreate. By shuffling these symbols, we'll be creating more and more expressions. Just for a small notice, I have like 32 face expressions in my library, and those are the first 4. Right now we're creating the ear. It's very simple, just a circle, a line that's bent in the middle. To create the line, you draw the line, and then resting the selection tool when a small curve shows, drag and drop, and we have a curve, and that half circle with the line inside represents the ear. We drag and drop again from the library. It's a little big for our face base. We'll make it small, about the height of the eyes. We have our ear in place. Our face is in place, our ear is in place, and let's create the last static part, which is our nose. A small couple of notices. First, everything you see here, the source files, are available for free to download from my website, say-web.com. You can see the address on the screen, and if by any means you don't know what I did, you can always pull back and just rest the mouse, the pointer, over the tool. Flash shows the name of the tool is being used. So if you don't know what am I telling you to use or what's being shown, you can always rest the pointer on one of the tools and the name shows up. Alright, we'll be creating our nose, a rectangle. We're using a stroke of 3.5. And let's bend a little bit, so we have a cute little nose. The nose will be static on the screen, won't change much. By the way, if you guys decide to subscribe to my tutorials, do it from the website. Only from the website to get full tutorials, not on YouTube, and from the website is far better. Alright, we're finishing with the nose. The nose is a symbol. Let's place it in place because we will be cloning this face for 4 expressions. So we want the master face look cute. Soon we have a model, we can move on and duplicate it in several faces. Let's adjust the size. You already know, for adjusting the size we use the free transform tool. Right now we're creating a layer for each expression. Eventually we'll add an additional layer for every mouth, but we have our nose in place already, and I guess we can move on to the next step. With our face created, with our ears in place, with our nose, the static parts already, looks good. You're ready to duplicate and clone our master in 4 different expressions. And I repeat, always give names. The layers should have a name, the symbols should have a name, because it accumulates along the way. makes far easier, far more clear to have named two things instead of layer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Layer named normal or happy. That's the names we're using here. And when it comes to expressions, small details add up. A difference on the eyelid, a difference on the mouth, the smile, even the pupils. It can affect a lot on the final result. What is that face telling us? Far more than a few lines of text. So small details add up, and let's place a comic font before we start cloning our base face. Always give name to things. It's very important to name things, and let's select all, create a new layer. Don't forget on creating new layers, name them, because they accumulate, and if you name them it's far easier to know what to do. And lock the layer you're not working at, because many times a symbol drops in the different layer, then you don't know why it's not working. It's very important to name and lock, name and lock. Only leave the layer you're working at unlocked. Let's place the name here. This is thinking. This our character, which has the same face, has same ears, will be thinking on this layer. And let's lock the layer, and let's name the next layer. The next, it will be sad. Let's write here sad, and we're going to cut and copy and paste in place. Why are we pasting in place? Because by using the arrow keys on the keyboard, that enables us to have the faces aligned. So therefore looks neat and easy to be neat. Let's change the title here. Instead of normal, let's write sad. He'll be sad. Now the eyes can tell a lot. On sad, he's going to be looking down, he's depressed. While thinking, he'll be looking up because he's looking for a solution. And surprise, his pupils will be contracted because he has strain. He received a shock, something new he did not expect. That's going to be surprised. Even though he will have a different expression, the face base is the same. As we already know, base in place, and using the arrows on the keyboard, we'll be moving the face all the way down. Now, as you can see, our stage is too small for so many faces. So we'll be enlarging the stage, and for that, make sure that you have, if you need ever to enlarge the stage, click on the stage to have it selected, because the dialog properties dialog box is different depending on the object that's selected. So by selecting the stage, we'll be able to have the properties box for the stage, and now we have our fourth face already in stage. We have space for everyone. Let's change the title, and this is more or less for, we are done for four faces. We'll be moving on next part to the eyes, the eyelids, and the mouth. Thanks for watching.